Yeah, I forgot to hit the record button, so I might have to speed run do this again real quick. The first couple characters we did. Okay. So how do we reset? Reset. Okay. What's up, YouTube? We're gonna do a Resident Evil tier list video. This is gonna be, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be quick because a lot of these characters in the series are pretty static. There's not a lot of information on them. So this should be quick to get through, like a lot of these characters actually. Some of these characters I don't really remember their names, or at least their last names, so we'll see. Angela Miller, she showed up in freaking Degeneration. She didn't really do much. I think she was just there for Leon, some kind of love interest for Leon. I don't freaking know. But we're gonna put her in freaking C. She's all right. She's not terrible. She's not good. She's not bad. Curtis Miller uses a scapegoat for Pharma. Can't say the actual name because there's a whole lawsuit around it because there's an actual company with that name. Let's see. His transformation's freaking cool. His action scenes when he's killing the soldiers and stuff is freaking amazing. Still one of the best scenes in all of Resident Evil, in my opinion, to this day. So we're gonna put him there. We got Frederick, whatever the fuck his last name is. This dude's basically a watered down Wesker. So we're gonna put him in D tier. Then we got Billy, which again, I'm all for Team Billy returning. Billy's a pretty simple character. Like, he just wanted to get away. He was used as a scapegoat for some shit that went down in Africa. And I want to know how he survived walking through Arclay. Like, maybe they'll give us an Outbreak File 3, or just redo Outbreak and just to give us an Outbreak 1 and 2 remake, and just combine those two games together and just add extra scenarios for Billy, so we know how the heck he survived getting through Arclay, because I want to know that. That place is infested with zombies, Cerberus, plants, insects, infected with the T-virus. So it's just freaking crazy how he, I want to know. But Billy's freaking cool. Zero, besides the stupid drop system, like, I love the characters in Files in Zero, but I'm going to put Billy in S. I think that's higher than what I put him last time. I'm not sure. James Marcus, basically the dude that started everything. He's responsible for Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, and I would say he's indirectly responsible for Resident Evil 2 and 3. So in a way, even though they killed James Marcus did actually get his revenge on Umbrella. That was his whole thing, because he was assassinated and his work was stolen, and he just wanted to rise up and become the new founder of Umbrella, or just the head of Umbrella. And you know, Spencer's fucked up. He just assassinates everyone and anyone who gets a leg up on him or knows too much. So he just wanted revenge, and he got his revenge. Raccoon City is gone, Umbrella's gone, Spencer's dead, even though he didn't kill Spencer, but he did ruin Umbrella. He helped, he started it. But we're gonna put him, put him this side of Billy. Just put him in A, because I think I had him here last time. We just put him here. I was just thinking more about James Marcus. Rebecca Chambers. I mean, I don't know. Like, Rebecca, she's cool. I mean, she has a lot of growth. She has some good growth, even though she only showed up in 5 things or whatever. Like, she went from this timid medic rookie to this kind of like badass medic or badass professor lady a little bit later. But they did her dirty in Vendetta. But her growth is pretty good. I don't know. I don't have much to say about Rebecca because she's not around too much. And when she does show up, she's usually just in trouble or something. But she does have character growth coming from 0 all the way up to Vendetta, all in the stage play as well. But Rebecca being one of the OGs, I can't put her in SS. I'm gonna put her here. Just put her on top of Billy. If she had a little bit more development, if they didn't do her so dirty in Vendetta, she would be a little bit higher. Like, I feel like they did her so bad in Vendetta. After everything she's been through, especially in Resident Evil 1. Nah. Barry Burton, the man. Oh, let's see. I mean, Barry's just your typical gun-loving Canadian. I mean, he lives in Canada now. Barry's cool. I don't have much story. There's not much on Barry. Like, I think the most Barry we ever got was Resident Evil Revelations 2. No, I can't really say much about Barry. Other than he has like some pretty amazing lines in the first Resident Evil game. The original and the new one. He got played by Wesker. I don't know. Put Barry... I'll put Barry. He's gonna be Curtis Miller. Get out the way. Alright. Who the fuck is it? This is can't right click him. This is Brad. This is Brad. They used to remake Brad. Alright, Brad. I mean, Chicken Heart Brad. Not much to say. He's a wuss. He left us. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have went through that mess in the freaking first Resident Evil game. I mean, the Cerberus too. So we're just gonna put Brad's whatever, dude. He's whatever. Chris motherfucking Redfield, my dude. Chris has the most development, the most feats in the entire series. Chris is an amazing character. He's been here for a while. I mean, they're overusing him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they're using him so much, him and Leon. But Chris, like his growth from like this naive soldier boy all the way up until this like hardened badass that you see in Village, yo, that growth is real. But I'm not gonna stay on Chris for too long, but you already know. Chris is one of my favorite characters. So he has a lot of development. He's been around for a while. I feel we know a lot about Chris. And with Resident Evil Village, it went full circle. Like in the intro of the first Resident Evil game, you got Chris smoking a cigarette, and then in Village, he comes back smoking a cigarette again. I like that. And then we got Jill. She's been dead for like 10 years now. Like Capcom forgot about Jill. Jill, I feel like, is a pretty underdeveloped character. She didn't start showing who she really was until like Resident Evil 5. Like Jill, she's pretty static in Resident Evil 1. She's a little bit better in Remake. The Revelations games, she's a little bit better, but still, like, those games are just more about the job, right? So you don't really know how she really is on like a deeper level, like a personal level. I mean, and you get a little bit more of that mostly with Resident Evil 5, and then she just disappears after Resident Evil 5. So I mean, you get a little bit more with the remake as well. If you look through her apartment, you kind of see like she's kind of like a girly girl. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know much about Joe. And it's Capcom's fault, obviously. But where are we dropping Jill? Can't put her in SS. Can't put her in SSS. Because she's lacking. Then you got Resident Evil 3 though. She went through a lot. Like I think Jill went through the most shit out of any Resident Evil character. Like we got Resident Evil 3 and then you got Resident Evil 5. Like Jill, I don't know how Jill hasn't gone insane and become a villain herself. But we're just gonna drop Jill here in S. There we go. That looks right to me. Who's that? Who's what? You talking about this guy? All right, we got Albert Wesker. Albert Wesker. I feel like they ruined him in RE5, even though he was really cool in RE5, don't get me wrong. But they really just, his character just did a full like 180 when it came to RE5. Like before RE5, he was just, his whole plan was like kind of just, he wanted to make his own umbrella. He was like paranoid of Spencer. And he joined this organization and he wanted to get up in the ranks in this organization. And then turn that organization into his own umbrella. And he accomplished that. And then come RE5, he's like, have like this yearning to find out why I'm here or whatever. Like he wants to find Spencer and just converse with Spencer. And he does it in RE5, and then he just loses his mind. And he becomes like a textbook comic book villain, which they even talk about in RE5. Chris mentions it. But prior to RE5, like, Wesker's a really cool character. I liked him. I like him a lot prior to RE5. But Wesker's a really good character. I'll put him in SSS. We got Aydah Wong. One of the most, I want to say one of the most underdeveloped characters in the entire series. It's amazing how she's been here for like, since the beginning. And we don't know anything about her. They just recently put on her, well, not even recently, like 10 years ago, RE6. Or 9 years ago, because I think RE6 came out in like October. So like 9 years ago, they put a little thing on her, like, and she has an ultimate goal. Like, the reason why she's doing all of this stuff is to reach her ultimate goal, whatever the heck that is. Like, she just comes, takes like samples and stuff, leaves, rinse, repeat. We know she's not bad, but then we also know that she seems to, like, only reason why she saves most people is because she wants to use them to get to higher areas, like just achieve her goal. But Aydah, morally, Aydah's not, she's not messed up. So I wouldn't say she's a villain character, which people are confused about for some reason. Like, if you played the games, you know, like, she saves some people just for the heck of it, like in RE6. But yeah, she flat out admitted that the only reason why she saved Leon in RE2 is because she figured that she could use Leon to help her in her mission, because everything's just too out of control. But Aydah's annoying. I don't know. We don't really know anything about her. So and she's not a bad character though, other than like she's just the same thing. She's literally the same thing every time she shows up. Actually, I'll give her a pass for RE6, because RE6 she was pretty much only there to cover her, just to clear her name. But whatever. I would put Aydah in B, because she's just an annoying character to me. But she's not an awful character. So that's gonna piss a lot of like Aydah fans off. You want thin ice with her. I can't. Aydah's freaking annoying. Yeah, Aydah. They're gonna make her a time traveler. That would be funny. Annette. Can't really say much about Annette. I mean, she looks good in remake. They improved her a lot, the way she looks. But she's just generic science lady, mad science lady. Not really, but yeah. I'll put it right here with Frederick. Claire Redfield, GOAT. One of the most human characters in the entire series. Good development too. She gets beat up a lot though. Heavenly Island though is really good, but she, oh my god, they be doing Claire dirty. She gets freaking whooped a lot. Yeah, Aydah doesn't know until Resident Evil 6 what the hell she's doing with her life. And Claire just wants to find her brother. at the beginning. But I like Claire. Claire really, like, she went, like, for me, like, when I first started getting into some Resident Evil, I thought Claire was one of the stupidest characters in the series. Because she doesn't have, like, extensive military training or anything like that. And she went on this, she went to Raccoon City to look for Chris, that's fine. But then she got the note that Chris is, well, that's not even canon, probably not even canon. But she knows, because Code Veronica still happens, so let's say like the note has to be canon, because she knows that where Chris went. So she got the note saying Chris went over to Europe basically to try to finish off Umbrella, try to track down Umbrella and stop this stuff. And then she takes that and she goes to Europe to try to track down Chris. And to me, that's just really stupid, because again, she doesn't have any like crazy military training or anything like that. So she basically goes to Europe, tracks down Chris, or tries to track down Chris, ends up in a Paris facility, goes through all of this gunfight, loses, gets arrested, sent to Rockford Island where she was going to be executed. If it wasn't for Wesker, Claire would be dead. She would have been done. That's like the stupidest. If that's the stupidest feat out of any character in the series, like one of them. Claire's not that bright in the beginning of the series, but she definitely got better. She got wiser. And she really grew on me because, again, like, she's one of the more human characters, more relatable characters in the series. So, despite how stupid she was in the beginning, I'll put her, like, right up here. I mean, not on top of Wesker, but yeah. It's true. She probably has some kind of ultra instinct. But that's the stupidest thing. And we got Hunk. Bro, we don't know nothing about Hunk. I'm assuming this is Hunk. This isn't Vector. So we got Hunk. Hunk is just extremely lucky. I mean, from everything we've read on Hunk, is like, he barely gets away. Like Resident Evil 2, he basically failed his mission. And he got the G-Virus sample because Leon threw it. It landed literally next to Hunk. Hunk is the luckiest character in the entire series. Like, Hunk has more plot armor than Leon. So I don't even know where Hunk is right now. I wish he would show up again. Probably too old now. But that's freaking insane. But I'm only assuming Hunk is really old based off his voice. Like, he sounds old. But Hunk, extremely lucky, iconic character, I guess. Like, he's cool, but we don't know much about him. I don't know much about him, so I don't really, like, I can't really put him here, can't put him here, can't put him here, can't really put him here. Just put him here. He's definitely the king of the sea. Yeah, that's Aydah. That's Aydah for you. All right, we got Brian Irons. Brian Irons. He's crazy. He's Looney Tunes. And I'm gonna put I'm gonna, like, just because, like, there's not much on Brian Irons other than he lost his mind. He's pissed that Umbrella fucked him over. He thinks that he is infected, everybody's infected. He doesn't want anybody to leave the city, so he does this. He freaking rearranges everything in the RPD so nobody can escape. Freaking dude's obsessed with cutting open stuff. Dude's insane. And they added a file in Resident Evil 2 Remake where he's like, he literally says something along the lines of, I almost came when I cut open this yellow belly beast. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? But they definitely went more on towards the uncensored route for Resident Evil 2 Remake. They made Brian Irons even more creepy. But Brian Irons, It's not much on him other than he's freaking Looney Tunes. I'm gonna put him here. Actually, I'm gonna put him with Aydah. Actually, no, I'll put him right here. Leon S. Kennedy. Leon S. Kennedy. What does the S stand for, stupid? No. You guys need to see that movie. Not really. A lot of people might get pissed off watching Welcome to Raccoon City, but that's one of the lines in there. What does the S stand for, stupid? But yeah, they did Leon dirty in that movie. But anyway, Leon has a lot of growth too. Like, he went from this nerdy cop dude to this super secret agent to like this like well-respected, very skilled operative. Like, freaking Resident Evil Dead Aim, before the, I think it's FOS or whatever, before that, or DSO, before that, there was the USSS Stratcom, which is Resident Evil Dead Aim. And I think Leon was a part of that. And then after Resident Evil Dead Aim, after that whole mess, they decided to create FSO and DSO and then cut out the people that aren't as skilled. So Bruce was one of the people that were booted, but Leon stayed along with the DSO. So yeah, Leon is literally an anime god, the anime god of Resident Evil. Like, Leon's freaking dope. So Leon, he goes in F tier. I'm just kidding. Leon goes right up here. And we got Marvin Branagh. I think I said his name right. On Thin Ice with Leon. Leon's an S tier. All right, fine. Leon's an F tier. I'm just kidding. Leon's F. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Leon's right here. All right, Marvin Branagh. And let's just go off his feats. We really have to go off his what he did for the survivors in Resident Evil Outbreak, and the help that he provided with Leon and Claire in Resident Evil 2. I mean, Marvin's freaking cool. So basically, this is how it's gonna go. Characters that don't really have much information on them, they're mostly gonna fall into C. But the only reason Aydah's in B is because Aydah's like, she's been around for a while and we're familiar with her. But yeah, I'm gonna put Marvin here. The T103, T00, Trenchy, Mr. X. I don't even know why the hell he's here. Why is he here? Why are bioweapons here? Just realized that. Why are bioweapons? Fuck. Why is he here? Why? I don't know. I don't know why they have bioweapons here. How do you only put him? You put T-type Nemesis. You put Ustanok. You put, I can't freaking remember, Diego? I think his name's Diego. I don't remember. You put him? Why? What about the other bioweapons in the series? That's weird. I don't know, that's weird. But it's not like he doesn't have, I don't get it. Yeah, Leon's he has really good judgment. I don't know why bioweapons on it are, I don't know. I'm gonna ignore the bioweapons. Bioweapons, I don't know why they're there. Ustanok. Other bioweapons here. Nemesis. Alright. Sherry Birkin. This is actually gonna take a minute. Sherry Birkin. Bro, she only showed up in like 2 games. I don't know. I don't have much information on Sherry. I'm gonna drop her right here. Other than she has a G power, the G regeneration, which they didn't really abuse in Resident Evil 6. It would have been cool if she had like some passive regeneration in RE6. But other than that, like, she's only shown up in like 2 things. We don't really have much information. I mean, we do know that she was like experimenting and stuff on when she was under the protection of the government by Simmons and shit like that. I don't know. Like Sherry, I really don't care. She just goes right here. She goes above Hunk. Alright. William Birkin. William Burton is a pretty cool character in my opinion. Like, we got Resident Evil 0 with him, we got Resident Evil 2. We got his beef with Alexia that you can read about in Resident Evil Remake. Creator of the G virus. He has pretty good history with freaking. He has really good chemistry between him and Wesker. Like I can only imagine what the series would be like if they decided to keep William alive and he's with Wesker. Like I'm pretty sure their cutscenes and every time they interact with each other would be really wholesome and funny. But yeah, these two are best friends if you didn't know. Wesker and Birkin are basically best friends. I like Birkin's character. Let's see. I'll put Birkin. I'll just put him with Aydah. We can't put him on top of Aydah, but we'll put him with Aydah. Because I know enough about him for him not to be here. But he's only shown up in like 2 games. So I don't really have too much to say about him. Let's see. This is Carlos Oliveira. I think that's his name. His last name. So Carlos showed up in 1 game. Not gonna lie, I feel like Carlos is better for Jill. I've always felt like Carlos and Jill would have been a better couple. I remember making a video about Carlos x Jill like 10 years ago and people were upset with me. But then now with RE3 remake, people are agreeing with me. I'm like, okay. Because it felt like everything they went through and how he actually showed genuine interest in Jill. And then she kind of cared for him back near the end. Like I felt like that was like more of a natural building relationship. And then on top of everything they're going through. But I don't know why Jill didn't hit up Carlos and been like, come join the BSAA. We made this whole thing. Come join. It's weird that he kind of like just disappeared after those two interacted and everything they went through in RE3. Like Carlos, I love Carlos. Carlos is cool. We're gonna put him in A. We're gonna put him. Yeah, put him above Barry. All right, now we got Mikhail Victor. I think that's his last. Mikhail Victor. No, Mikhail, he goes in SS just for the simple fact, even though we don't know much about him, just for the simple fact that this dude tried to 1v1 Nemesis, which is like the coolest thing ever. I mean, I think it's cooler in the original game because he's shooting Nemesis and everything. The Nemesis punched the shit out of him, and then he pulls out a grenade and suicides. That shit was cool. I don't like how they did it in the remake. In the remake, it was weird. But no, we're not gonna put him in SS. We're gonna put him just for that feat alone. He's a hero. This dude's a hero. This dude, he goes on top of you. All right. Now Nikolai, I'm not gonna try to pronounce his last name. So Nikolai, fun fact, Nikolai was actually one of my favorite characters when I was getting into the series because I was such a fan of RE3. I really loved Nikolai. And then we got ORC, which made me like him even more because he was like, I love villain characters. And then you got the Chronicles games, and we had a lot of stuff for Nikolai back in the day, but then Nikolai kind of just like disappeared. And we had the Outbreak games and stuff. So I had a lot of Nikolai exposure when I was getting into the series. So I really like Nikolai. I feel like Nikolai, he's a really cool character. I like him a lot. Double agent, double crosser, asshole, Looney Tunes. Nikolai is freaking awesome. I wish he would come back. I wish he did more with him. I really liked him a lot in Outbreak. and I liked him a lot in the OG RE3. Not too much to remake, but Nikolai used to be my favorite character, but he fell off. So Nikolai, I'll put Nikolai and put Nikolai over here. Can't put him above Carlos. And we got Patrick, Terrell Patrick. I mean, he just fodder. But they did a really good job with him in the remake, RE3 remake. But we don't know much about him. So we're just gonna put him above Angela Miller. We got Ashley Graham. F. Don't even want to say anything about her. Big Cheese, Mandez, something. What's his name? Something Mandez. Let's call him Mandez. I don't even. Bro, like, Buddy's paranoid. Buddy's scared. He wants to kill Leon. He has these whole elaborate plans and stuff set up to kill Leon in RE4. I don't know. There's not much to say about this dude either. Let's put him here. Like, he really has like nothing. There's like really nothing. I can't even put him above. You know what? Annette. Annette. There we go. Jack Krauser, the baby. Jack Krauser is a humongous baby. This dude, he got angry that he was injured during Operation, I think it's Operation Javier. He was injured. And then Leon outshined him because he was injured. It's like, Krauser, you can't really do anything. Your arm's fucked up. And Krauser suffers from an inferiority complex. He was upset about that. He became a villain, basically. He got the Plaga. He worked with the Los Illuminados just to get power. He's Wesker. He's RE5 Wesker before RE5 Wesker. But I liked Krauser when I was younger because I was like, I'm a military brat. I just like the way he looked. It's mostly just his aesthetic. But Krauser, like, as I got older and I understood more about people's personalities and stuff and all of that stuff, like, Krauser really fell off for me. Like, he's just a big baby. Honestly, I almost want to put Krauser in the F. Because we have a good history with Krauser because of the rail shooters. I can't even put, bro, Krauser. Jack Krauser. I can't even. Shit, I like Mandez more than Krauser. Krauser's freaking, he's a baby. Alright, anyway, Louis Sierra. Louis Sierra. It's tragic, dude. The dude left the village to pursue better education, comes back to the village, gets caught up in this whole Las Plagas crap, ends up dying. He was a cool dude, too. That's all the information I really have on him. I don't know. Wish they did more with him. I would put Louis. Honestly. Actually, I like Arns more than Marvin. Actually, because of Remake 3, he should be higher. There we go. That's more appropriate. That's more appropriate. Alright, so we got... I don't know why the merchant's here. I don't know why the fuck that is there. I don't know. I'm not... The merchant is a gameplay mechanic, and the rest of these are bioweapons. I'm not ranking a gameplay mechanic and bioweapons in the character tier list. Oh, okay. So we have Osmond Sadler? Or is this Osmond? That's Salazar. This is Salazar, Osmond Sadler. I mean, he speak a little, he be kind of making sense when he be ranting. Kind of making sense. But too bad he crazy. Not much on him. I mean, his powers are freaking cool. Like, I feel like if I would love to see Osmond Sadler versus Wesker. I feel like that would be the coolest thing. I feel like Sadler's abilities, he's like a tankier, he's like a more durable Wesker, because Wesker can't get hit. If Wesker gets shot, he's stunned, he's shook. But, you know, Sadler he has the speed, but it's not as much. Like, his speed, he feels like heavier, but he has the speed and the strength, but not enough to like dodge bullets and crap. And it doesn't even matter if he gets shot, because he can use his muscles to push the bullets through his body into his hands and then shoot him out. But it would be awesome to see him fight Wesker. It would be freaking cool. Sadler. Oh no, I'll just put him here. Let's put him right in the back. Actually, no. There we go. Salazar. Funny. His interactions with Leon are very funny. He was pretty much always there once he got to the castle. He's funny. But don't have much to say about him, so we're just gonna throw him here too. Throw him right here too. This is getting filled up. Just throw him there too. What the heck is this? Is this... What the heck is this? This is, Irving. Irving. Why does his picture look like that? Irving. Okay, Irving. Again, that's not much to say. This is arms dealer, dude. He's funny as hell. His mutation's pretty cool. But I don't know. I don't have much to say on him. He's funny as hell, though. He's funny for the times that he did show up. I don't know. I'll just put him... Should I put him here too? Let's put him there too. We don't have any more space. Oh, that... Okay, it moves down. Okay. Oh, Josh Stone. Again, not much to say about him. He only showed up in one game, but he's cool. His Desperate Escape DLC with him and his interactions with Jill and stuff are pretty nice. He's a character I'd love to see come back at some point. But I don't know. I don't have much to say on him either. But I don't feel like he deserves to be here. So I'm gonna put him here. Just leave him just right there. Sheva Alomar. I think Sheva is as stupid as Claire. Because Sheva tried to kill Jill even after realizing that this is the whole reason why we're here. To save Jill and stop Wesker. Because Chris, after they fought the freaking giant dude, Chris wanted to keep going and he wanted to find Jill, and Sheva was like almost like, I don't want to do this, but then Sheva decided to anyway to go along with him. And Sheva saw a picture of Jill, and she knows what Jill looks like, and she still tried to headshot and kill Jill when they were being attacked by Jill in the ancient ruins. It just shook me. Like, why would you imagine if she actually landed that shot on Jill? Because Chris is like, this is Jill. They shot off the mask. Chris like, this is Jill, and Sheva does not give a fuck. She just blasting away. That shit annoys me. But Sheva had a really bad childhood. Her parents worked in a plant in South Africa or North Africa. I can't really remember. And they were indirectly making bioweapons or helping produce bioweapons for Umbrella. And then it was a containment breach. Some kind of virus got out. Everybody went crazy. USS came in, killed everybody. Sheva survived, taken in by her uncle. Her uncle treated her like shit. She ended up being picked up by guerrilla fighters. Guerrilla fighters found out that Umbrella's behind, the Umbrella and government working together, whatever. And the guerrilla fighters plan on using bioweapons to fight the African government. Sheva's like, I don't want to be a part of that. Sheva outs everybody. And then later she gets into BSAA, and then Resident Evil 5 happens. So Sheva, she has a lot of development for a character that was like just in one game. Like, she has a lot of backstory and stuff. gonna put Sheva. Honestly, she doesn't have enough to be any higher. Like let's see. So I like Sheva's story. Like, I wish I did more with her. Like, I wish she showed up, at least for like another game. Besides the stupid shit she did with trying to kill Jill. Honestly, just put her. Boom, boom, boom. Just put her there. Just put her there. All right. And we got Oswald Lee Spencer, the freaking psycho. Oswald Lee Spencer. There's a lot of history with him. He wants to make like a superior race of humans. You already know that, RE5. And he figured out a way to do it, or he just like it all started with like Henry Travis, right? So Henry Travis went to Africa, found the Stairway of the Sun, he found the progenitor flower, and he wrote about it in a book. And Henry Travis's brother was like, no, you can't put this out there because we could use this to make money. And this is Tricell. This is early Tricell. We can use this to make money. So then Henry Travis's brother pretty much slanders Henry. Henry gets really upset. Not like angry, but like really sad, and ends up just taking his own life. And the stories that were spread about Henry Travis's findings and stuff that he wrote about in his book was that it was all a lie and stuff like that. And it ruined his reputation, but Spencer decided to take what he read about in Henry's book. He decided to just go with it and just take a chance with it. So then they went on that expedition to Africa. It was like Spencer, Brandon Bailey, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford. They all went to Africa and they found the progenitor plant. And then Umbrella happened. And then all this competitive stuff happened. Spencer assassinating people left and right. But Spencer, and you also got to remember his whole thing with Alex Wesker. Like Spencer wanted to live forever. He wanted to live forever and be a god in his new world of superior humans or whatever. But Alex ended up playing that dude. And then we got Resident Evil Heavenly Island and Resident Evil Revelations 2 and stuff like that. But Spencer, let's see. Honestly, Spencer has so much history. You can't even say he's underdeveloped. Like, he has so much history. He's everywhere in the series. And he doesn't really show up until 5 though. And don't get him confused with that executive that showed up in Resident Evil Outbreak. Like, people were saying that was Spencer. There's like a sick dude in a helicopter with like the nose piece, the tubes in his nose, and people thought that was Spencer. But nah, we don't really know who that is, but I'm pretty sure it's not Spencer. I don't know. We're gonna put Spencer. Honestly, put Spencer right. Actually, Spencer is like, put him the god of A tier. Then you got Carla. Why the hell is Carla? I don't even have to say nothing about Carla. Helena. It's not much to say about her, but she's annoying as hell. Not Carla, freaking Helena. She's freaking annoying. But she was very helpful in Resident Evil 6, of course. Like, again, like, she's like kind of like this. She's like Angela Miller, but more helpful. Like, she's kind of like just love interesting for Leon. I don't freaking know. But not really. I don't know. Helena. Let's put her here. It's getting thick. Got so many more characters. So many more characters. It's actually gonna take a minute. Jake Mueller. he has really good development. Like he had like, he kind of had like trust issues and stuff, problems opening up, and he got better with that as he stayed around Sherry. So he definitely changed. He became like a warmer, nicer person around Sherry, not as greedy and cynical and shit. So because of that, we're just gonna put him in B. Put him up there in B. You got Piers Nivens. Piers Nivens is such a like a generic soldier boy character. Like I thought they would have done more with him, like give him a little bit more with Resident Evil Mahara Desire, but he's just such a basic generic soldier boy. Like, I feel like people only really cared about him after he died. But he does have, he's not that bad. Like his interactions with Chris and stuff, I don't know, where I almost want to put him here with everybody else that doesn't really have much information. We're gonna put him here. I don't think Piers is that bad of a character. Just wish we knew, like he opened up a little bit more about himself, like personally. Derek Simmons. Derek Simmons. The cause of it. I don't think we fucking know. Like he's the cause of Resident Evil 6. Apparently he was there. He was one of the people there that came and picked up Sherry outside of Raccoon City's containment zone or whatever. Apparently he was there. But yeah, the dude became obsessed with Aydah, created Carla. Carla went crazy, destroyed the world. He's like the ultimate, you know, ultimate sucker. So ultimate S word. I can't say the actual word. So we're gonna honestly just put him in freaking, he's a baby. He's a baby. He's worse than Krauser. Ethan Winters. Ethan really grew on me when the Resident Evil Village came around. If we were just going off RE7, Ethan would be like, he would be here. He would probably be around here. But Village, they really took the time to try to explain why he was so boring. I mean, we already know why he was boring in 7. It's because they didn't want Ethan overpowering the VR experience, but they added more to that to try to placate the whole VR thing. So Ethan is so dull and boring and doesn't have much reaction because he was infected with the mold or whatever. So I mean, his character is way better in Village. Like I felt bad for him. They did a really good job with him in Village. Pretty relatable. He felt really human, even though he was a big moldy boy. So because of Village, I would say Ethan is like, he's only in 2 games too. I say Ethan's our first SS. Actually, no. Ethan's our first. No, he's not our first SS. We're gonna put him here though. Definitely above most of these guys. Ethan's right. Ethan's the king of S tier. We're gonna put Ethan king of S tier. Where's Dante and Virgil? They're not on here. This is all Resident Evil characters. No Devil May Cry. Even though it's made by the same people. Capcom. So we got Evelyn. Evelyn, I don't know why there's another bioweapon here. I mean, technically, yeah, Evelyn's a person. I don't know, just fucking put her in F. But she's a bioweapon. No, I'm just gonna put her down here. Evelyn's a bioweapon. We're not doing bioweapons, we're doing characters. So that goes with the Bella sisters too. Bioweapons. Even though they were alive prior, but that's not the version we got. We got the bioweapon version. Okay. Jack Baker. So the most we got on Jack Baker is like, he's basically like just a family man, like your average everyday family man. I mean, he's a smooth talker, very socially skilled, obviously, from what you see from Sisters. Very creative vocabulary. he's cool. He's a cool pursuer enemy too. Jack Baker, like all of the characters in 7 are really good, aside from freaking Mia and Ethan. So we're gonna put Jack Baker. I'm gonna put Jack Baker here. Just put him right at the end. Joe Baker. Not much to say about him, really. In a sec, I've been saying that for a lot of characters, but a lot of these characters are very static in the Resident Evil universe. Joe Baker. I mean, he came back, he saved Zoe, he went through a lot of shit to save Zoe. But still, we don't know a lot about him. The crazy swamp man. So we can't even put him above Jack. So Joe, right behind Jack. Lucas Baker. I felt like Lucas was the most expressive in Resident Evil 7. Because he was really like, he was really showing himself a lot throughout like the later end of RE7 as well as Not a Hero. So you kind of get where he's coming from. Like, he doesn't want to go back to being normal. Like, he was kind of like this bad C loser guy. And then he got infected with the mold and he became so much better. He loved where he was, even though he's kind of Looney Tunes. And he was working with the connections. And he's really smart. No, Lucas Baker's probably going to be the only RE7 character that's going to be up in A tier. But I like Lucas. So we're going to put Lucas. She like Lucas more than Nikolai. I'm going to put him there. All right, Marguerite Baker. Then you put... Yeah, Carla, she doesn't freaking do anything. What is WYD? I don't know what that means. Marguerite Baker. I mean, Marguerite Baker is like... She doesn't really... She honestly, she just comes and just curses a lot. Marguerite Baker, I mean, she traumatized me when she freaking humped the wall and shit out some insect thing. But what's up, Tilo? Forgot to say that. What's up, Tilo? Gonna put you there, Marguerite. Put you there. Mia, bro, Mia's annoying. I'm just gonna put Mia in F. Mia's freaking annoying in freaking 7. She's so freaking annoying. And it didn't really get much better in freaking 8. I mean, I know she was gone for like 90% of the game, but still. And we got Zoe. I mean, she did try to help. She tried her damnedest to help you, but she had an ulterior motive, which was to use you to escape. So we're actually going to put her in F because I don't know what she was thinking. She made 2 samples. 2. We saw her. She made 2. Jack Baker is killing Ethan. She gives, or she tells you to use one of the samples on Jack. You use it on Jack. He dies. And then after that whole fight scene, you go out, you meet Zoe and Mia on the dock. And then you say, oh, I only have 1 sample left. And then Zoe's like, 1 sample? What? You told me to use the other sample on Jack and you're acting surprised. And then you act even more surprised when I saved my wife over you, when my wife was the reason I'm here. And I know my wife is infected and she's fucked. That's why she's acting all crazy. Oh, thank you. But Zoe's stupid, so Zoe's really stupid. So we're gonna put her in F. I can't even pronounce her name. Benavinto. I don't freaking know how to pronounce her name. The doll lady. She's like mentally, she has the like the mental of like a child or something like that because of the Cadal parasite. Really not much on her. I think, hot take, I think her house is probably the most boring one. Hot take. The dollhouse was the most boring. It didn't pick up until the end. It didn't pick up until you did the whole hunt for the doll to stab it. That's when it got fun. But then it just ended like so quick. But the babies thing and running up to the house and stuff, that was so boring. It was so predictable. But they tried. It was just too predictable. For me. But, we're gonna put her in D. And she doesn't even deserve to be here. Like, there's like, if there's a character that has like nothing, like she is, like she would be in the middle right here, but we're gonna put her here. I like her more than, actually I can't even put her above Marguerite. The Duke, I don't even know why the Duke is here. Actually, no, the Duke isn't a gameplay mechanic, like he's actually a character. A spoon? What do you mean? You talking about this in my coffee? Yeah, that's a spoon. I wasn't thinking for a second. I was like, I forgot I had my spoon still in my coffee. But anyway, the Duke. I know it's not. Duke is cool. Duke is cool. All thing I can say is the Duke is freaking cool. He's cool. There's not much to say on him. He is mysterious. He doesn't even know what he is. Maybe he'll show up again. But Duke is cool. So we're gonna put Duke here. Duke is probably, honestly, Duke felt like a really good friend. A really good friend. Through thick and thin, he's just there. Like, I feel like Ethan could have got angry and like cursed out Duke or like spit on Duke or something and they would still been friends. Like, he seems very reasonable, very chill. Like, Duke is the man. I feel like you would have to like nuke Duke's family for him to really just hate you. Like, he's a super bro. Honestly, that seems right. Heisenberg, we're gonna put Heisenberg. He's a baby. He's a baby. We're gonna put Heisenberg. Put him right next to Krauser. I like Heisenberg better than them. Actually, I like Heisenberg a little bit more than, actually, Heisenberg is gonna be the king of D. King of D. Lady Dimitrescu. Lucina Dimitrescu. If I was horny, she would probably be S tier, SSS, but I'm not. So all we know is that she was dying from some kind of illness. She got the Cadal parasite. She gained a whole bunch of, yeah. She got a whole bunch of regenerative abilities, and her body got bigger and stuff like that. She's I think she's about 40 years old, Lady Dimitrescu. She was about 40 when she stopped aging. But I don't know. There's not much. I don't really care too much about her, really. If I was horny, she would be SSS. If I was slightly horny, she would be SS. If I was like a teaspoon horny, she would be S. Let's see. I don't know. Bro, I'm just gonna put her right here. Just put her. I like her more than you two. I like her more than, actually, Derek Simmons. Derek Simmons is more complex than her. They're both freaking babies. Actually, Derek Simmons above Krauser. Like, they're both babies, but Derek is a slightly older baby. Actually, Lady Dimitrescu put them above everybody. We'll put Lady Dimitrescu right behind Heisenberg. Then we got Miranda, Looney Tunes, another baby. I mean, her story, I get it. Like, she lost her baby in the plague, during the plague. She couldn't let it go, so then she went and did all these experiments and stuff to try to do like some kind of consciousness transfer. She basically wanted to do like an Alex Wesker, because the Megamite seed is able to catalog all of people's memories and stuff like that. So she was effectively going to make a clone of her daughter, upload the consciousness to one of her subjects, which would have been Lady Dimitrescu, but she was considered failed. Heisenberg was considered a failure. She was considered a failure because her mental was really bad. And then she got Rose, which is like a perfect candidate, but it ended up failing, and she ended up dying at the end of the day. So like a very weak Ethan, a weakened Ethan. But Miranda, she is the origin of the series too. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even have Resident Evil. She gave Spencer the idea to do all of this crazy stuff. So it's like a combination of Miranda, James Marcus, and Spencer, why everything is happening right now. But Miranda is at the focal point. She's the main one. So Miranda's really tragic. Too bad she's Looney Tunes. And she's a baby, but she's less of a baby. She's the understandable baby compared to freaking Krauser. I'm mad because Leon's stronger than me, even though I literally broke my arm. And then Simmons is like, Ada's hot, but she doesn't want to be my girlfriend, so I'm gonna make a new one and destroy the world. Okay. So Miranda's way more understandable. Honestly, I'll put Miranda in B though. Actually, no, we're gonna put Miranda in. Yeah, I like Miranda more than this guy. Like, this guy's only here just because of his mutation. Put Miranda right there between Carlos. And we got, what the hell is his name? This dude's name is Maru or something like that. I don't know. I don't freaking know. There's not much to say. He's a baby. Oh, I didn't mean to put her. He's a baby. There's not much on him. I don't know much about him. All I know is he really loves Miranda and wants to show her how awesome he is. Ends up getting bodied. Definitely more interesting to listen to versus, I mean, she doesn't really do anything. Honestly, I got more respect for him versus these two. These are like the worst characters. Actually, man, they're just thinking about it, they just piss me off. They go on F. They're moved to F. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we got Alexia Ashford. Freaking genius. One of the better viruses in the series. Not much to say about her, but her virus is freaking awesome. She's a prodigy. Code Veronica is a freaking awesome game. So we're just gonna put her here. I'm gonna put both of them there. They're both sus. We're gonna put them both here. I like Alexia more than most of these characters here. It's gonna move you. Man, I didn't know this is actually gonna take longer than I expected. Honestly, yeah, just that looks about right. Alright, so now we got Steve Burnside. We're almost done. It's gonna get a little bit easier because most of these characters don't have shit on them. Steve Burnside. Tragic story. He got caught up in this huge mess because of his dad. Went to prison at like, I don't know, I'm gonna assume he went to prison at like freaking 15, 16. Maybe sooner than that. He really, like, he's a tragic character. Lost his family. Got caught up in this whole mess because of his dad. And the first person, I guess, he really interacted with and really cared about was Claire. I mean, he obviously became bitter and stuff after he got caught up with that shit with his parents or with his dad because of his dad. I mean, over time, like, I started to appreciate his character more over the years versus when I first got into Resident Evil. Like, I would say he's A tier. Not even, actually. No, you can't be above Aydah. I would say he is definitely above Alexia to me. Or no, actually, no, he's right behind Alexia. Right behind Alexia. If Alexia's reached and make it to freaking Resident Evil Remake with the whole secret file on Wesker, probably would swap these two. But that extra little backstory and stuff with Alexia that you get from like RE Remake and actually the Spencer file, or not Spencer, the Wesker report too. Just makes me wish that Alexia was still around. Don't know shit about her. Okay, so Bruce, I'm just put I don't know them. Just put that there because she literally popped up at the end. It's not even fair to put her in F because she doesn't really have anything. She really has like nothing. So we're gonna put her here. Can I change this? Nothing on them. All right. Bruce. Where are we putting Bruce? I mean, Bruce is basically Leon. He's like a reskinned Leon. But he only showed up in one game. But they act pretty similar. And I do like Dead Aim. Hot take. Dead Aim, to me, Dead Aim is not that bad of a game. I enjoy the game a lot. But Bruce as a character, I mean, he got freaking kicked out. He got kicked out of, he didn't even make it to DSO. He's not even that good. He's not as good as Leon, even though they act pretty similar. I wonder what he's up to now, but I feel like Bruce is just gonna go like, I like him more than actually that feels more appropriate. Okay. There we go. We got Fong Ling. Fong Ling is Aydah. Literally a reskin of Aydah. Because, you know, Dead Aim was supposed to feature those two characters anyway. Let's see. But she's not bad. And the characters in Dead Aim, I don't feel like are that bad besides like the shitty cutscenes. But I would put Fong Ling. Actually, I'll put Fong Ling between Joe and because you don't see much of Fong Ling. She's not a terrible character. She acts very similar to Aydah. So I'll just leave her right around here. We got Morpheus Duvall of the... he's a weird character. I don't know if he's like transsexual or something like that, because when he transformed into the Tyrant, he turned into a female. I don't know, but I think it's the fact that he did so much cosmetic surgery on himself to make himself look young. Like maybe the virus took his image of himself and then conceptualized it, and that's why he's a female Tyrant. I don't know. They don't really tell you too much. But his Tyrant form is, in my opinion, like one of the best ones in the series. But Morpheus, he like only thing we really got of him is like the opening cutscene, so but we do, you read the files, you know a little bit more about his mission and stuff, but still. I'll put Morpheus here. Can't put him above Mandos. That seems appropriate to me. And we got Bendy. Her name is Bendy. I don't know her last name. She's from the Resident Evil manga. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably going to watch this video or listening to me right now on Twitch. You haven't even read the Resident Evil manga, so I'm not going to go too much into that. Spoilers. But she's a very tragic character. Just going to leave it at that. I liked her character a lot, though, from the manga, when I've read in the manga. So we're going to put her... Honestly, I'm going to put Benji or Benny or whatever her name is. I'm going to put her... See, she goes above... Honestly, I'll say I'll put her like right here. And then we got, freak is your name? Douglas. I think his name is Douglas. Douglas, Resident Evil Mahara Desire as well. He's from Mahara Desire and she's from Mahara Desire. Douglas. He's a really cool dude, tragic as well. It's sad what he went through and what happened to him. Well, we're gonna put Douglas. I like this character a lot in the manga. I'm gonna put Douglas in A. We're gonna put him above. Let's put him above Barry because they're pretty similar, but like Douglas is Barry if Barry was around more. If that makes any sense. But they're pretty similar. And then we got Myra or something. I forgot her name. But she looks like Sheva, but it's not Sheva. She got bodied though. Spoiler. She got her ass beat. She really doesn't do much. Like she's really not around much. So I'll put her here, actually. I'll honestly just put her here. It's not much, nothing on them. This chick right here, I forgot her name, but she's like the head of the school in Mahara Desire. And she's freaking fine as hell, especially when she takes off that outfit. She takes off the nun outfit or whatever. But I think she was in a relationship with Douglas. I think that's his name now. I can't remember. Let's see. She's an asshole. Like she's the reason why everything got so bad at the freaking school. Honestly, we just put her here. She's an idiot. I mean, she doesn't really do much anyway. And we got Benny or whatever her name is, Benji's friend. Her friend, these two are friends. Don't really remember much about her. I haven't read the manga in a while. I'm pretty sure she just got bodied in the beginning. Or something like that. Let's put her right here. And we got the main character of the manga, Ricky Tozawa or something like that. I think that's his name. Again, without spoiling too much, we're gonna put him right up there with his dad. I actually like the dad more. Actually, these two should be above. Well, these two are great characters. They're both pretty well developed. Or not really him, but the dad. Actually, that seems more appropriate. Alright, we got Kevin. Are the other Outbreak characters on here? Bro, I just realized this is botched. Where's the other Outbreak characters? They got Lot. They got Ladia, I think that's her name is. They got a lot on here, but they only got one Outbreak character. He's gonna represent all of the Outbreak characters. All of the Outbreak characters are freaking dope. Hilarious. He's gonna represent the entirety of RE Outbreak, that cast. So I'll put the whole Outbreak cast in A. But you can't go above Barry, though. We got Jessica Sarawat. Let's see. We're gonna put Jessica. I mean, we don't really have much on her either, so. I mean, she worked with Tricell. She got the T-Abyss. And then she kind of just disappeared. They left us with a big cliffhanger and never did anything with it. I'm gonna put Jessica in C. I mean, honestly, I feel like Jessica did a way better job than Aydah. And she only was in like one game. As in terms of like being a spy, she did a really good job. It wasn't immediately obvious. And she is kind of annoying. I'll put her at the bottom end of B. And then we got fucking dude, Parker. Parker. All right, Parker. He's pretty similar to Barry. Like he's Barry, but if Barry likes to eat a lot. He showed up in Resident Evil Heavenly Island, got bodied. That was hilarious. Parker. Then we got Revelations. He's a cool dude. There's not much on him. But I did hate how they effectively replaced Jill with Parker. That's what it feels like. Especially when it came to the manga. So we're gonna put Parker. Put Parker in C. Didn't. Okay, Car. I'm gonna put Parker. Let's see. I like Parker more than these guys. Honestly. Put Parker right there, right next to Sherry. And we got Raymond. Raymond. They basically the accomplice to freaking Jessica. They both did an amazing job fooling everybody. I mean, not so much Raymond, but Jessica for sure. But Raymond, he was found out. I mean, it was Jessica's fault. I don't know. I think that was part of the plan. And nobody's an SS. I just realized nobody's an SS. Let's see. Raymond. We're gonna put Raymond. I feel like we know way more about Jessica. We were exposed more to Jessica than we were to Raymond. I'm just gonna put Raymond. All right. We got Alex Wesker, the GOAT. Alex Wesker's a freaking genius. You got the whole event, the Kodoku virus in Resident Evil Heavenly Island. You got the T-Phobos virus she made in Revelations 2. You got her duping Spencer. Too bad she was sick, so she didn't get the Wesker abilities. But she's one of the second surviving Wesker children. Alex Wesker is freaking GOAT. Too bad she got it. I think they did her dirt. She has so much potential to be even better than Wesker. Because she's smarter than Wesker. Albert Wesker, that is. And they just did her so dirty. I feel like it's just like potential wasted. Just how they wasted Alexia's potential. So I would put her. Like, potential doesn't guarantee that you get a high grade. We have to go off of what we see. What we, you know. So I would put her. I would put her in B. Like, the bottom end of B, because, like, as awesome as the viruses and shit she made, like, she herself doesn't really show up. Like, she showed up in Revelations 2, like mostly just quoting poetry and stuff, and then at the end it's just so underwhelming when you finally see her face to face. We got Moira Burton. So Moira, I mean, Barry's daughter got into a little accident, shot her sister, became traumatized. Her growth is really good. We can't ignore that. And she overcame that fear of weapons for Claire's sake. And then grew even more as a person and got better. And was able to forgive herself and Barry through everything that she went through on that island in Resident Evil Revelations 2. And I would say it's mostly because of Evgeny, which isn't even on here. They put, like, how do you put the bioweapons, but you don't put Evgeny? You don't put most of the Outbreak characters? That's bizarre. All right. So we're gonna put Moira. Put Moira in A. Like, she did it really good. She really grew. Moira. I almost want to say Moira's the king of A tier. The queen of A tier, that is, actually. Alright. Then you got Natalia, survivor of Terra Grigia, became the vessel of Alex Wesker. I don't know. F. No, not F. Honestly, just drop her and see. Like, she's not bad or good. Like, she's in the middle. But we're gonna leave her at the bottom end of C. Neil Fisher. Neil Fisher. We're gonna put Neil. He wanted to bring the FBC back. Failed. Got duped by Alex. Has one of the most awesome mutations and quotes in the series. Whoops. We're gonna put Neil. Honestly, Neil too. But slightly above these guys. Why is Angela so high? Angela should actually be... Angela should be at the bottom end. Neil should be around... Let's see. Neil's fine. Okay, we got Ladia, I think that's her name. Just put him there. Lot. His name is Lot from Survivor. I mean, they showed up in one game. Like, we know why they're there, because they're children about to be experimented on and crap, but there's really not much backstory to them other than that. It's really not much of anything. Actually, it's amazing that these two survived so long in, like, the second Raccoon City. So we're gonna at least put them in D. At least put them in D for that feat. But at the bottom end of D. I'm ready to take my pants off. What's up, Jay? My pants are already off. I stream with no pants, watch people with no pants, because I'm wearing shorts. All right, we got Ark Thompson. Why did I say Thompson? Ark Thompson. I'm not Vincent. I'm Ark. I'll never. That shit is so bad. That voice acting is so bad. But honestly, Resident Evil Survivor has like one of the darker stories. I think Resident Evil Survivor has the darkest story in the entire series, because they experiment on children and shit. And then you got this whole like espionage stuff going on, and you got this brainwash, or not brainwashing, you got this amnesia story, and a lot of fucked up stuff happened on Sheena Island. And Sheena Island also has like the best tyrant in the entire series. I think Sheena Island has, I think the Hypnosis Tyrant is the only tyrant in the series that mutates 3, not 2, 3 times. We can't really count Nemesis. I don't know if we can count Nemesis for that. Actually, let me think. I might be lying to myself. Okay, so Nemesis, we got Nemesis T, Form 1. Form 2, his limiter breaks, so then you get the tentacles. So Nemesis only has 2 forms. We can't really count the form when he eats the tyrant and then he changes into the big shit monster, because that's super situational. But if, I guess technically we can count it, but pants are an illusion. Yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm trying to get this tier list out the way, which I'm kind of upset because they don't actually have every character in the series. For some reason, they didn't put Evgeny from Revelations 2, who helped Moira survive. They only put one of the 6 or so Outbreak characters on here, and then the rest are bioweapons. And I'm not putting bioweapons on the list because bioweapons aren't really, they're bioweapons. They're not actual characters like people or whatever. They're bioweapons. So the bioweapons we have is the T-103, Diego, Ustanok, Nemesis. This dude's a gameplay mechanic, so I'm not even putting him on the list. We got Evelyn, another bioweapon. We have Bella, Daniela, and Cassandra. And then we got her. Why? She's a bioweapon too. So we're not putting her, I think she's Maria or something like that. So we only have 4 characters left. Where Ark Thompson, forgot about, Ark Thompson. Which Survivor, in my opinion, is pretty, just because the story is so dark and the files are pretty nice to read. And it has 3 different routes you can take. It reminds me of RE3. It's like a watered down RE3. Which I enjoy Survivor for that, but Ark, he's Leon's friend too. Forgot to say that, even though they never did anything with that. But yeah. After Survivor. We're gonna put Ark on the lower end of... He can't be above Helena. Alright. And then we got Vincent. Vincent. Honestly, I can't really remember much about Vincent. And it's kind of hurting my brain trying to get to that information. Vincent. I know he's fucked up. He's kind of like, because he is head of he wanted to make this tyrant thingy happen, and he's experimenting on children and stuff. Like he's like a monster. Vincent. Honestly, just put Vincent. I can't put him in F tier because he's not that bad. I just don't remember too much about him. But I remember enough for him not to be here. And he's not that bad, so he can't be here. So I'll just put him in D. Put him above. Hello, Energon. 777. What's good? So we got Glen Aries, or whatever how you pronounce his name, his last name. He's a loony baby as well. He's a loony baby. His wedding got bombed, and the dude decided to just take the madman route and cause all of this mayhem so you can have people feel what he felt. So he's Derek Simmons, but not as crazy, but actually no, I would say he's worse than Derek Simmons, because Derek Simmons was like, Aydah's so freaking hot, let me clone her. Derek Simmons wasn't like, Aydah's so freaking hot, I'm gonna destroy the world because she rejected me. So Glen is like, they bombed my wedding, so let me just infect the United States with a freaking plaga virus and let the world fulfill what I felt. So he's a baby. This dude's a baby. All right. Because he could have went about that a different way, instead of using the A virus to just fuck everybody over because he got his wedding bombed. Actually, he's worse than Jack Krauser. Baby. You should make a baby tier. Just baby tier. I wish I could make another one, just baby tier. These two are babies. These three are babies. Inferiority complex, rejected by Aydah, wedding bombed, wham. Okay, so Glen is actually worse. Actually, she's better than all of these characters. So this is the baby train. This is the baby train right here. And she's the conductor on the baby train. Freaking babies. All right. We got Manuela Javier, or whatever her name is. Her last name. Or Manuela, I can't even... Actually, I know her last name, but I can't pronounce it. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? I think we're almost done with this freaking tier list. It feels underwhelming to me just for the fact that there isn't much information on most of these characters. Like, there's a lot of information on the characters going from A tier up, a little bit less for B tier, and then everybody else below that is pretty... There's not much on them. There's really not much on them. But Manuela, she is the only surviving user, as far as we know, of the T. Veronica virus. And her T. Veronica samples were used in Resident Evil 6 along with Sherry's G virus, and then T virus is like a binder to make the C virus. So I don't know, that's it. I mean, she did help kill her dad using the power of the Veronica virus. So we're gonna put Manuela. She's not bad, she's not good. But then again, I haven't really played the rail shooters that much because that's the game that she's in. But I did see her campaign as a Let's Play, so. She's not bad, she's not good. We're gonna put her in C, just okay. She's okay. She's alright. She's definitely not in the bottom end. But she can't be above arc. So she okay, she is on the bottom end. And then the rest we have bioweapons for some reason. Alright, so this list is pretty much complete. This video would be like way longer if I went into detail with these characters, but I don't want it to be too long. So we are missing Evgeny. Evgeny, if he was here, Evgeny, I would put him in A tier. I would put him probably between Spencer and Carlos, because Evgeny was like a father figure and a mentor to Moira, and he really helped Moira grow as a person. Besides the other things that Moira went to before she ran into Evgeny. But the other Outbreak characters, I'll put all the Outbreak characters in A because they're like equally good. I mean, no, actually my boy, let's see. Actually, no, the Outbreak characters will all be in the same spot. Like Mark, everybody would be here. David, everybody. I can't. Alyssa. Let's see. I can't even remember the name of the Outbreak character that I use all the time. It was David. I think it was David. David King. So I'm gonna double check. I think his name was David King. David King. Art Resident Evil. David King. Yeah, David King was the character that I used, the plumber. He's the character that I use 90% of the time in Outbreak. Because of that bias, David would have probably been an S. We'll just leave all the Outbreak characters in S. I mean, not S, A. Leave them all in S. But if the Outbreak characters were on here, I would probably put David would be between A and S. He would be right in the middle. He'll be A+. I love David. That dude's awesome. But anyway, that is it. I don't think I'm missing any characters. I don't think this list is missing any characters besides the Outbreak characters, Evgeny from Revelations 2. Trying to think what other characters is missing. I don't know why they put bioweapons on here. But I guess we can rate the bioweapons for fun. RE 1, 2, and 4 are my favorites. Yeah, those games are really good. RE was my first game. Was the first game I bought for my PS1, but that's the only one I played all the way through. I would recommend playing RE. All the classic games are pretty good. Wouldn't recommend though playing like Dead Aim or whatever, because those controls freaking suck. But if you have the patience, then go for it. But yeah, I'm actually not gonna rate the bioweapons. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why. So yeah. Anyway, that is it with this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and I'll get with you in the comments down below.